Hey everyone, welcome back to What's Your Face Value? The 7 Facebook secrets to building rock solid friendships and branding yourself in 7 days. Elise Williams here, along with Eric Williams.
Hey there.
And today on day 3, we're really excited to be talking about why you want to be a groupie. There's a lot of great information about why you want to be a member of a group, so let's get right to it. Really, one of the huge benefits of being a part of a group is the fact that, like, what's your face value? Facebook for beginners. You found this because you're either new to Facebook or you have something to contribute to people that are new to Facebook. And that's the beauty of being part of a group. With 5 million new people joining every week, how do you figure out who you want your friends to be out of those 5 million people? Well, you go to groups of people that are already like-minded and in a similar mindset and have similar interests as you do. So whether it's network marketing, online marketing, MLM, Facebook, whatever it is, you join those groups and you become friends with those people in those groups, and you already have narrowed it down so much that, you know what, I have this in common with these people. It's not just random people from all over the world that you are connecting with. You have an automatic connection, the fact that you're in the same group.
Oh, that's perfect. I mean, that's exactly, that's what it's really all about. And once you actually determine which group works best for you and you join this group, then you know that you have an added value because you chose this group based on some similarities. You chose this group because you should already have things or knowledge or services or products or something that will contribute to this group. So if you look here, it says, what's your face value? Facebook for beginners. So if I jumped in this group and the first thing I started talking about was something that pertained to YouTube or some other, maybe Twitter or something like that, that might not connect really well with these folks here, because these folks, remember, there's 200 folks that showed up in about a week. I mean, they're not a ton of people, but, we've had campaigns that were bigger. We've had campaigns that were smaller. But the fact was, we just decided to launch a group and do some training on Facebook. And there's 200 people who are now friends, but before they become friends, they're now, they're considered leads. Well, if we jumped out there and started talking about Twitter right away, we would have lost a great deal of their focus. So just make sure that you're joining groups that you have something of value to add that's consistent with what the group wants to see. Now, if the group is general MLM or network marketing, then there's a number of different things that you could really offer. But just look at those titles out there, guys. Look at the name of the group and really consider, what do I have of value to add? Now, fine, you can gain a ton of value from the group, but just when you go to make an offer, you just want to make sure you're being consistent and considerate.
Yeah, and we are once again going to bring up spamming, because you absolutely want to, when you join a group, to go ahead and write on the wall, introduce yourself, let people know who you are, but do not say, hey, I'm Elise and here's my business. People are not going to respond to that. I promise you. I know you're excited about your opportunity, and I know that being a part of a group, no matter what the size of the group, you're thinking, okay, I can get my opportunity out to that many people at one time. But again, we will nail this into the ground. You need to come with value. You need to give away information. And of course, we would love for you to give away this information. But whatever you have of value, you want to give that to them. So believe me, it will get to the point where they're asking you what your opportunity is. They'll ask you what training system you're using to be so successful, but you've got to nurture the relationship far enough to get them to ask the question.
Yeah, like for example, just one communication that I made on the board is just introducing myself, letting people know, I'm the admin of the group, and thanking them for being there, just getting feedback about what type of Facebook information they'd like to know. So you can do exactly the same. We're encouraging every single person within the group or any group that you're in, whether you create, and we'll be teaching you how to start your own groups and create your own sales funnel and so forth, and get your own group of 200 people and so forth. So we'll show you how to do all that, but you're also going to be members of other people's groups. So whether it be your group or someone else's group, get out there on the board, add things of value, and start communicating to the people on the board. Actually look at what they're writing and communicate within that thread of the topic.
Right.
That's how you create the like-mindedness. I mean, you figure out what they're thinking, and you can figure out what they're thinking by what they're saying. And then once you know what they're saying and thinking, then you can actually introduce yourself and introduce what information you have or services you have that might be consistent with what that person's looking for. So read and figure out what it is that these people are asking for.
Right. And really just display yourself as a leader. And we'll keep saying, even though you're a beginner, you can be a leader because you are leading people to valuable information. That's what a leader is. You don't have to have accumulated all of the information yourself and spent the hours and money on finding this information. If you think that this training is valuable and you think that it could help other people, it's your information. You own this information. So lead them to it and they will thank you for it. They will say, wow, thank you for leading me to this information.
That's right. Like on your blog, Elise right now at Elise-Williams.com, you can actually see that she has a cool video of Eben Pagan, which is also here on Facebook. Well, that's a ton of information. I mean, believe me, this guy is just a huge brain when it comes to social media marketing and a ton of experience. Well, we don't have to say what he's saying. We can really just direct you to what he said. And at the same time, you are going to see that we're adding value into your business, into your life by information we connect you to. You see, so you want to do the same thing with your friends. So if you find this group, for instance, to be helpful, direct your friends to the group. And therefore, your friends can access the same training, get the same information while you could be at work, you could be at the pool, hanging out, you could be riding your bike somewhere while you have friends who are actually learning what you're learning. So they're growing to be more like-minded with you, and you really never had to say anything.
Right. And the beauty of it is that in your mind, you're thinking, who can I help with this information? Who can I help with this information? And it takes you out of the picture, and you truly are out there looking for people that you can help. And when you start thinking like that, you find so many people that can use the information, and you are becoming a leader to them. And that is tremendous. And it puts you in a position that will completely change the way that people look at you and ultimately look at your opportunity.
That's right. And guys, just remember that once you get into these groups, you're amongst a ton of like-minded people. So what you probably want to do at that point, you probably want to go ahead and start friending some of these people, because although you're in the same group, most of these people you haven't connected with on a personal level. So you want to make those personal connections. So what we'd recommend that you do, just come down here to the group and just click on some of these names, look at a few of these people. Some people allow you to see their profile, whether you are or not, whether you are or you're not their friend. You can see their whole profile and check them out and make sure that these are people you want to connect with. Look at their profiles, read their profiles like we taught you in the earlier trainings, and figure out which of these people you want to be connected to. Don't just go in and start clicking on names and adding friends without really checking these people out, because that's going to, once again, increase your value and their perception of your value, because you're going to have more in common, and it's going to be easier to communicate and easier to get business done.
And very, very important, guys, please listen. When you go to add a friend, when you go to these people and you want to become their friend, please send them a personal message. Please do not just add as friend and leave it at that. Please click on add a personal message, and do this after you have looked at their profile so that you can insert something personal so they know that you have truly taken some time to get to know them, and let them know why you want to be friends with them. It's not so that I can go from 499 to 500 friends. It's because this is exactly why I chose you, Jimmy Williams, or Mike Center, or Jennifer, or Brian. Why did I choose you to want to be friends with you?
And that's so important, guys, because you know what? Everyone has an opportunity for someone to make $1 million in 30 days. You see that. Everyone has an opportunity for someone to get 1,000 leads in 3 minutes. Okay? We've seen it all. Okay? We want to know who you are. People want to know who you are. Get out there and let people know who you are. So guys, look, we're going to have to wrap this up. So we as always, we like to ask for your feedback on the wall, or you can go to elise-williams.com and you can communicate at the blog. Tell all your friends. Remember, the free blogs will be out in a matter of a few weeks. They're going to be customized and loaded with information. So thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Yep. See you on day 4. Have a great day.
All right.